Hello everybody, Kevin Monroe here with you. It's hot here in Springtown, Texas today. It's Saturday, July the 9th, 2022. And it's been a minute, me getting on these videos like I should and sharing with y'all. So, the heat's kind of limited me of what I could do. I tried to get me a fan blowing on me, but it just blocked out the sound and stuff, so I had to start over again. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all about the molt a little bit today and the process that I use for my old birds going into the molt. So each year on June the 17th, I use that as my reference point. It's easy to remember, that's my birthday. So June the 17th, I'll go and trim the 9th and 10th flight on the wing. And I trim it about a 1/2 inch to 3/4, just enough to get the spine clipped a little bit so that airflow will get down in there and dry any blood out, and it won't bother them whenever I pull the feathers or the flights. And I'll do them one at a time. As the month progresses, I guess we'll get to July the 4th is my second date of reference, and that's the date that I'll pull number 9. I'll pull number 9 first, and then I'll wait about 7 to 10 days if number 10 hasn't already dropped. And number 9's coming in a little bit, about a 1/2 inch or a halfway to 3/4 growed back in. Then I'll go ahead and pull number 10 out, and I pull a couple of tail feathers initially when I clip, and that kind of throws them right into the molt. And we'll get that molt started and out of our way before competitions get here in the fall. So that's the thought process going into why I do it and the dates of when. So I'm gonna flip this camera around and kind of show y'all a little bit about it, how I do it. Okay, we talked about this before. That's permethrin 10. I get that at Tractor Supply, and I use about 1/8 to 1/4 of a reservoir. You can see here it's about 1/4 of a reservoir to a gallon of water. I've got mine mixed up, ready to go. I got me a little basket there to catch my feathers as I pull them out, and I put them back into their kit box. And this is my new kit box area. I got young birds filled up over there on the old side, so I've been using this to kind of house my old birds. I fly them maybe once a week, twice, at best. It's just hot, real hot here in Springtown, Texas. So let me see if I can get this camera set up. Let me go ahead and pause here for a second. Maybe. Okay, here we go. So like I said, on June 17th, I'll take and clip their flights, number 9 and number 10. So whenever I done this, on June the 17th, I didn't videotape it. It was hot, and I just really didn't think about it. So I'm going to give you a little example today of how and where I trim these flights up. Let's see if we can look at it here. Now, starting from the body is how the flights are numbered. You got this is the secondaries right here. 1 all the way to 10 or 11. Let's count them here. What we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10. So right at 10, you can see the direction of the flights change directions. So right where that point is right there, it's where your secondaries stop and your primaries start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 on this one. This guy needs to be dipped. I see bugs in his wing. So let me count them again here. Make sure what I got. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is right there. That number 4 is coming in. The first white feather about halfway. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, count 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we got another one missing in here coming in. Let me see if I can see it. I guess it might be number 1, possibly. Looks like I got a little bit of a gap there. But anyway, normally we have 10 there. A rare occasion you might have an extra one. But primarily you can rest assured that there's 10 primaries. So starting at the very end, 9 and 10 right here, I'll take and pull them aside just like this, and I come down about 3/4 to 1/2 inch. I try to clip them both at the same time, just about like that, so you can see. So I let them dry out for about 10 to 14 days. So I use dates for reference. I'm lucky I got June 17th to use for my birthday, and then July the 4th weekend. Usually last weekend I should have done it. I'll be doing the process that I'm fixing to show y'all right now. This little guy don't like being held. Okay, so there they are right there, 9 and 10, about 3/4 to 1/2 inch. Just clip them off like that and leave them alone. Let them dry out. So, that being said, we'll go into where I am now. What I was going to do, come out here this morning to start with, and I said, hey, I better make a video for my guys and gals out there. So, this one right here has been clipped for about 3 weeks. And we see that it has not dropped it yet. You see there? You got a little chunk out of that feather. They're all come in. So, whenever I do that bird, I should have showed y'all with that bird, but I'll show you with this one. So, I clip the feathers there, them two, these two, both sides. 1/2 inch, 3/4 down. 1 inch is not going to kill you, but just try to stay within 1/2 inch, just enough to get that rib open so that it'll dry out. Okay, so when I do that, I also pull the tail feathers on each side. You can see this little guy is missing his tail feathers on each side. I just pull them out, one on each side, and the ones in the middle come natural. I didn't pull none of them. I just pull one on each side. You see where they're missing. And I do that on June the 17th when I trim them up, trim the 9th and 10th up. And then I also dip them on the same day. So I do that. I pull the feather on each side, trim them, and then I dip them. I'm fixing to show y'all how I dip them here. Y'all seen other videos. You know how I dip them. And so this is what I do on July the 4th weekend. Okay, so I got them caught up in these baskets. Got 2 baskets of them. I think I got roughly 25. I'm just going to show y'all a few of them, you know. So I'll take them, and let's see if I can turn this for y'all. And I dip them down in here. I just dip them right down, keep their head out of the water. Move their wings around a little bit, move their tail feathers around a little bit. Make sure that breast gets it real good. And I put them right into the kit box. So it's fairly simple once you get started. You see my bingo dauber I use. This guy needs to pull a couple of them to drop on out. He'll have he's got them on each side missing like the other one that I pulled. Got the 9th and 10th still there. I better back up a little bit. I didn't pull my feather on that last bird. So, let me show you here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so we got 9 and 10 here. They've been cut, they've been dried out, so it's time to pull one or both. Now, if you're going to rest them and not fly them at all and let these feathers come back in, you pull both of them and just let them grow them together. But if you want to still fly your birds, you pull only one of them here. And you hold your thumb and your index finger, one on each side, right at the base of the feather. And you put pressure down. But you don't want nothing but that feather coming out. You see, pressure here, grab that feather, comes right out. No blood, nothing. It's all dried out. Same on the other side. The key here is to have this pressure here. You know, like you're pinching something that you're, you know, not super hard, but, you know, enough pressure that that when you pull this thing out, it's not going to take nothing but that feather base out. See, it's all dry, and that's how it should look. No blood in that feather at all. So I'm going to leave that in there, and then I'll pull out number 10. Whenever number 9 comes back in, about half to 3/4, I'll pull number 10 out, and I'll still fly them once or twice a week, you know, just to keep the kidding aspect on their mind. You know, I don't expect no performance or anything out of them. I've got them fat, you know, and dip them. Just kind of massage that water in there a little bit. Remember that they're scared. Take your time with them, because this don't happen regular. It should happen twice a year at least. I do mine twice a year for minimum. So let me grab this other guy, or gal, it might be a gal. So I didn't pull out number 9 on this one. Okay, pressure down here. And just gently pull it out. Just a little bit of pressure. Not yank. You don't yank it hard. Just nice and slow. A little bit of pressure. Right at the base. And the pinch that I pinch down is probably any resistance I have, you know. But I just want to make sure that socket is not damaged in any way when I'm pulling that feather out. So we'll do a couple more here. Old skinhead here. He one of my better rollers, deeper rollers. Okay, let's go ahead and dip you down. Probably should have pulled your feather first, so I don't get my shirt all wet. It's already wet with sweat. It's so hot out here. The feathers come out really easy. So I'm pulling number 9 because I want to keep flying once or twice a week. And I'll let it grow halfway, 3/4 back in. Then I'll pull number 10 if it don't fall on its own. You know, a lot of times they'll fall on their own. And you know, that's the process I use. June the 17th, 2 weeks before July the 4th. And people that inoculate and vaccinate and worm, you know, the racing homer guys, they'll use that date also as the date to go ahead and inject them, worm them, hit them with pox vaccine, and whatever else they're going to do on a yearly basis. They'll use July the 4th because it's plenty of time out from any competition they have. And us too, as roller men and women, you know, we fly in the fall. You know, the heat of the summer, let's, you know, do our maintenance then. But anyway, as always, I hope this helps somebody, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.